Hello everybody, welcome in. 3 cards. Michelle here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I use my eccentricities, charming wit and personality. The we that is me, myself, and I, my higher counsel, my higher whatever it is, wherever this shit comes from. I tap into that. And I also use my divination tool, my tarot cards, to tell stories that hopefully you guys can relate to. And the purpose of what we're doing, why we're doing what we're doing, is to generate clarity and understanding. And also to mirror back to all y'all that are here, hopefully some kind of connection to yourself, empowering you guys to jump into your own stories and see where you can go and what you can do. So that being said, welcome in. And if you're returning, welcome back. 3 cards. I literally had to dig out my book because I'm confused by this message. I'm confused. And I bringing out the big guns because I want to know, why is this card here? This is the 7 of Swords. This card is about lies, betrayal, manipulation, deceit, omission, all of those words that come into play when somebody is just straight out being a dog. They're being dishonest with you in some way, in some form, in some regard. We're going to pull extra cards on this. I don't normally do it, but I really don't like this card. So we're going to put that to the side. Let's talk about the other 2 that came out. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, my fire people. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, does not mean you have to be the zodiac for this message to apply. All I'm suggesting is we're dealing with the element of fire, which does what? Fire destroys, and then after it burns this shit down, new things can be built, okay? So fire is transformative. We are also dealing with swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is about the mind, intellect, planning. We find ego. We find strategy. We also find self-sabotage. That could be a little bit about what this card is dealing with. We're going to get into that in a second, but just giving you a quick rundown of what this is going to be touching on so you can decide if you want to stay or not. So looking at this for a superficial what it is, there's something here connected to work. There is some work to do. Now, whether or not that literally means work, your work environment, whether you work from home, whether you work out in the world, the workforce, whether you do part-time, full-time, whatever that means for you, I'll leave that up for you guys to discern. There is some work to do. And you're feeling overwhelmed. Do you see this right here? It's like, hey, as though your plate's not full. Let's just go ahead and fuck with you and put one more thing right on top of there. See how you do with that. That's the energy of this card. Then next to that, we have, well, you're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling overworked, over whatever, right? Exhausted. You're burnt out from doing a thing. The recommendation, the suggestion here is, well, then slow down. Take a chill pill. Rest. We had this card literally just the other day, 4 of Swords. So we're seeing it again. So the energy is still working itself out. When these cards show up like this, to me, that means, excuse me, there's something that we're still working out. There's something here about we need to let something go. So in reverse, it's been a while since I've kind of done a quick review about what the cards can mean when they're in this position. Excuse me. It's either you need to let something go. Congratulations, you've let a thing go. No, this isn't for you. Right? Those are the options. Slow down. No, this isn't for you. You need to do some kind of work around letting go, or you've had a breakthrough, you've let something go. 4 of Swords, more importantly, is about stability, structure, and stabilization. This is a healing card. This is a healing energy. So when we look at these 2 cards, this is saying to me, you've been doing a lot of work. Yeah, there's always work to do, right? There's always work to do. You never stop working. But the invitation here is to take a rest, to slow down. Slow down. You need to gather your strength. In reverse, this is talking about you need to take a break from the norm and find yourself once more. The 4 of Swords is calling you, inviting you to recognize any frustrations that have come with stagnation. So again, stagnation connected to work. If you've been trying to push a thing forward and you've been experiencing stagnation or a lack of forward progress, that can be really energetically taxing. I don't know about you all, but when I'm really trying to energetically move something along through the power of thought or speaking it into existence, or I'm just really giving it my full, that can be exhausting after a while. So the invitation here is you need to let it go. You need to just chill, step back, pull back, withdraw just a little bit. And you need to, as I said, take a break. So let me just look at the book real quick because I love the book. The book gives you a person and a situation. My notes, I kind of just give you a general idea, but I feel like this makes it more personal for you guys when we give you a person. So if this is a person, Let me just see there. Of course, running from one place to another, one takes a toll, leaves us physically exhausted. We already said that. The Four of Swords can act as a warning, suggesting that this is exactly what is needed to do right now. This is what you need to try to do. A person that can be described by this energy is somebody to be viewed as quite quiet and gentle. So this is like a gentle reminder. This isn't like screaming like fire, consumptuous like fire. This is more like a subtle nudging. Someone who knows how to control their thoughts. This is somebody who knows when silence is the greater strength than aggression, right? Discernment, knowing when to take action and when to step back. This is speaking to that energy. I would not say that I'm always a person that knows when to slow down. I'm kind of like burn myself out to the point of physical exhaustion and then illness. So I could see where this, even for myself, right, doing these readings for the collective, but I can see my own suggestion and takeaway out of this is that the Swords is asking you, where do you need to take a break in your life? Where do you need to take, as they say, a holiday? Where can you have some restful, physical downtime for yourself? Emotionally overworking yourself right now? Are you emotionally overworking yourself? Are you mentally? Because as we said, this is Swords. This is connected to your mind. Are you emotionally neurosing about something and you're worrying? And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know. That is the question I'm going to leave with you guys. Okay? If this is a situation, the book goes on to talk about if someone turns up after we have been through an ordeal and encouraging us to take a break, the relationship is broken down. This card is asking us to step back. So again, we already said that. So this book, as much as I was hoping it would give me a little bit more of oomph, we already gave you guys this from my notes. Trigger words or key words for this card, the Four of Swords in reverse, is, as we already said, overworked, overthinking, ignoring the signs of needed rest. So there it is again. We have two cards literally painting the same picture, but the imagery is vastly different, right? This is like hot fire. This is like wind, cooler colors. They're literally going in different directions, which could be, I suspect, for somebody here. You're going in different directions. You're overworking your brain, overtime. So now let's jump down to the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, why are you here? This has to do with assessment. I'm going to leave it at the bigger picture, excuse me, of the Seven of Swords. This is about assessment. You are trying to get a bigger perspective. Seeing infinite or endless possibilities. This card, I did not know this, is connected to your crown chakra. Again, the lower vibe, the lower frequency of this card is sneaky energy. I don't like it. Somebody here is withholding information. That shit sucks. This message, this energy has been coming through now for almost like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Someone is being dishonest. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump into it. Let's pull cards. Who is this person? Who they at? Who they be? Where they at? There needs to be a face-to-face and there needs to be a head-on. There needs to be like a head-on, whatever this is. Confrontation. Procrastination doesn't work. What is going on with my lungs? Can you guys give us more information, please? What is the Seven of Swords about? Why is it here? I'd like some clarification, my own personal reasons, and for those that are here hanging on to this message. We had a strong go, but everyone bailed. Probably because we're like, oh my God. Not tonight, it's Sunday. She's full of drama. Someone's trying to move something forward. Cancer, Chariot, forward movement. Someone's trying to rush something forward or someone's trying to move something forward. There's resistance. So someone in some way, somebody is resisting something moving forward. Oh my gosh. Knight of Wands, there's a messenger. Yep, fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. A messenger of something trying to move forward. Can I get another card of clarity, please? What is going on here? What is the situation? My hand gets tired after shuffling that. It's like, all right, we're gonna just go with this. Three of Swords. Oh my. All right, so we're gonna just honor this. This does not feel good. This does not look good in terms of the outcome. This looks like backstabbing. This looks like betrayal, heartache, and loss. There's a messenger here. Someone is trying to move something forward, but somebody is not giving you the full picture, not giving you the full information. You've been putting a lot of time, a lot of work and effort into this, and you are just like, I am so done. I'm so overwhelmed with this at this point. Like, you are overwhelmed in the sense like you just don't want to do it anymore. You want to just have a break. You want to be done with whatever this thing is that is connected to work. Now that could be a work in a relationship. That could be a work with again, a business relationship. This could be like, let's say you work out in the world and you don't work from home, or you're not an independent contractor, or you're not an entrepreneur. You know, like maybe you work in some kind of work environment out in the world, and you know, you're taking on more hours, or you're just feeling like you're being spread too thin and too much is being asked of you. And you're like, I'm just done, man. I want a promotion. I want a raise, or I want something different. And someone's like, well, no, you can't have it different because, you know, we need you over here. You're too good at this. And you're like, I need to slow down. I'm burnt out. I can no longer physically do this. Things are starting to break and fall apart. And they're like, yeah, I know, but, right, well, and they've always got some kind of bullshit that they're spinning. You are trying to move forward, but it's being blocked. This means no. This is saying no. Let me go up to the top. I don't know why I'm coughing. 7 is about seeing. 7 is about perspective associated with Cancer. Cancer is an emotional energy. Cancer is very intuitive. It's also about water being intuitive. I already said that. Water being fluid, kind of being able to roll with it. In reverse, let's see, this talks about opposition, lack of direction, conflict, and loss. So, at the worst case scenario, whatever it is you're trying to do, whatever it is you think you are trying to do, is not going to work. The outcome is not. There could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. There could be a fire sign that could be a messenger that's going to come in and go, hey, I just hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm going to let you in on something, okay? Or there's just going to be a messenger period of some kind that is going to be bringing you a delivery going, you're trying to move forward, and it's just going to end in heartache, heartbreak. Dang. This could also just be on a lighter note, a lighter frequency, a lighter theme here. It could be that you're just trying to rush something. You're rushing to get something done. You're rushing to get something done without all of the facts. You're rushing to get something done work related without seeing the bigger picture, without having all of the information. And that's going to lend itself to be a problem. Let me go back down to swords now. 3 of swords. 3 of swords. 3 is about manifestation. 3 could be 3 people. Okay, we're just exploring all the possibilities. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be 3 people. Most of the artwork is dealing with 2. I'm just digging in here. I don't know if it's necessarily 3 people. It doesn't have to be. But again, this is a transitional card. This is about your internal process. You could be having an internal process right now that is feeling very broken, very confused. You could be feeling disappointed because you're trying to move quickly. Someone might be even rushing you or pushing you to do something, and it's so much, too quick, too fast. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, and or my air people. What did I say? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It could be any of those zodiacs. So the situation here is feeling like you're trying to do something. You're very overwhelmed with already what's on your plate. You know you need to slow down. You need to take a break. Somebody isn't being honest with you. Whatever that means, right? There's lots of variations of white lies, stretching the truth, right? An innocent white lie. There's variations of this card. But the conclusion, as you guys were with me when we picked up more cards, is what is this about? This is about you're trying to move something forward. You're trying to get to some kind of period of rest and balance and centeredness, right? Something that makes sense, something that's sustainable. That's what I'm looking for. You are trying to get to something that is fucking sustainable, that you can maintain. And this other party, 1 or 2 people, doesn't matter, they're pushing you. They're pushing you. And because they're pushing you, it's fucking you up. Excuse my language, but that in itself to me is betrayal. When people don't see you and they don't respect your boundaries, that's betrayal. It's like, you're pushing. Time to go. You're trying to heal. And just because this could be a work dynamic or a relationship dynamic, regardless if it's work, let's be real, work environments can be toxic, they can be damaging, right? Just saying, just saying. You're trying to heal. You're trying to heal yourself. You're trying to honor yourself and go, I need to slow down. All right, I'm not sleeping, my knees hurt, my hip is out, my back is out, I have arthritis, I have to wear a brace, whatever the situation is. You're trying to heal yourself. That's the story. That is what's going on. Somebody is pushing you. Somebody is trying to push you to some kind of conclusion, and it's making you feel like, you know, not victimized, but there's some kind of pain here, and you're rejecting it. It's like, you know, there's pain. It's like bad news, sadness, heartbreak, cheating, divorce, for example, conflict. There's a battle. There's an internal battle for somebody here going on. All right, now last card before we let you guys go. Bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck, as you guys, for those of you that have been with me, the bottom of the deck is an additional layer of what's going on that we don't really always know. It's your subconscious or your unconscious mind. It's the programs, the codes, all the ways that you were raised as a child, all the belief systems that were given to you that you adopted. Okay, that's your programming. All the patterns that show up when you're not like on point because you're fucking burnt out. So you're not catching yourself in those relapses when a pattern shows up. Okay, that's the bottom of the deck. So this is important because we want to know what kind of shadow shit is driving this. Like, why? Well, what's driving it is you're trying to create something new. You're trying to nurture yourself. You see this? Homegirl here is pregnant. The Empress, mother energy. And once again, what is it connected to? Finances, money, well-being, stability, foundation. Ruled by the planet Venus, which is what? Financial security and new beginnings. You are trying to do something new. You are trying to create something new. Whatever that something is, doesn't matter. The point is, as a collective reading, you are trying to go this way. And this person is trying to push you that way. That shit ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work for you. So, the invitation, the suggestion would be, what? Let's pull a card. Can you guys give us a card? What do we do? Boundaries is the first thing that comes up. Second thing, choose yourself, love yourself, honor yourself. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, growing a baby. Support yourself. That's just what I'm feeling. Card that fell on the floor is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is loving, supporting. Do you see how he's got his hand out and he's helping that plant grow? Cups are my water people. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm just getting to my notes and then you guys are out of here. You're out of here. Cups. This is a celebration. This is about empathy. This is about relationships, connection, spiritual consciousness. Remember, we just said the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is what? Your subconscious. All of those internal forces, all those programs, patterns, whatever you guys want to call them, that are operating, those belief systems, it's your flow, that are running when you're kind of on autopilot. So the bottom of the deck, I feel like for me, the way I do it, my tarot, I always include this. This is important. You're trying to make something new for yourself, create something new for yourself. And somebody here is definitely interfering with that, to say the least. We'll leave it at interfering with that. I could say something much more colorful, but we're going to leave it at somebody here is interfering with your jam here. So that is just a quick preface on cups. Cups reflect summertime. So this is something we just came out of this season. We are now flowing into the fall. Knights, we have two knights here, Knights of Messenger. You got one bro here. One bro is like pushing, and he's pushing a little aggressively. The Knight of Cups is a little bit softer. This person can be easily persuaded or discouraged. So this is a messenger here of somebody who is more of a protector. There could be a protector coming in. It could be, doesn't matter what gender, it doesn't matter. All we're saying is that this is a nurturing, loving energy. This person is going to want to make things better for you. This could also mean, again, just honoring that you are feeling pulled in different directions, as the previous cards already suggested and kind of highlighted on that. Now it's time for you to value yourself. Literally, that's what this card says. Emotionally, this person is a charmer. This person brings new energetic investment. Think about that for a second. Energetic investment, that kind of energy. So meaning this person is not afraid to infuse or invest in you with their energy, their love, their support. Fulfillment can represent changes in matter of the heart. So someone here might have a shift out of this space into a more centered, healthier, nurturing, loving, right, kind of space. And to me, that feels good. We're going to leave the reading with that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm going to leave you guys. Does anybody here have any questions? I hope this makes sense. Again, I feel like these readings are getting larger as far as the cards, the amount of cards that I'm pulling for you guys. I hope that that is not distracting. If it is, give me some feedback. I feel like it gives us a little bit more value, a deeper understanding, a deeper look at what's going on for some of you. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope this has resonated with you all. Slow the fuck down. Slow down. Govern yourself. Don't let other people influence you. And even if they're friends and family that have good intentions, right? Friends and family. Love me some friends and love me some family, but sometimes other people's projections can interfere with that internal navigation compass, right? Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. Slow down. And as I've said within my own dynamics of my own circle, sometimes when you don't know the way forward and you can't see the way forward and you don't know what to do, sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. You just step back. And that's what the message said today. The message invites you guys to step back. Just step back. Detach a little bit, pull back, come from a different perspective. Okay? I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys. What's today? Sunday. Oh my God, today is Sunday. I will see you guys at some point this week. I will catch up with you guys. Okay, bye.